Okay, so I'm going to do my first video response, and this is for Lori with the Beaver Bunch, and my name is Whitney. God, I'm corny. Okay, so some of the questions were ideas for the show or what I want to see. I've been watching the Beaver Bunch for a few months now, and I don't know. I think what you're doing now is pretty much on track. I think Beaver Bunch is pretty light for the most of the time, and I think that's a good thing. Um, there are plenty of other outlets that are pretty serious and deep and filled with tension and possible negativity and stuff, and I think y'all do a really good job of, maybe getting serious sometimes, but keeping it light and keeping it fun with things like Truth or Dare. Um, I don't know, maybe talk a little bit about politics or maybe like activism or things that you guys do to support the LGBT community, like in your everyday life. I think that would be interesting. And do I have friends that are gay? Yes, I do have gay guy friends. I had a lot more in college. Um, well, I have some here in San Francisco too. Um, well, in the Bay Area, not in San Francisco. But yeah, I have a pretty mixed bag of friends, and I think definitely now that I'm in San Francisco, I have way more trans friends and a lot more bisexual friends. Um, which I mean, I don't know, it's good. I like having a mix of people beyond orientation as well. Um, so I think it works out fine. I think people surrender to stereotypes too much and just think there are certain people that they can't hang out with, and I don't really feel like that's true. Um, I think people just need to be more open with that stuff, and I think gay lesbian friendships can work. I've seen them work, and I think it's good when we support one another. Like, no reason for us to break into smaller groups than we already are. So, yeah, GLBTQIA, all of them mixed together. I think it's good. And where I went to college, it was such a small place. Like, if we had one night at the bar that was like gay night, and there would be drag shows, and gay kids would come out, lesbians, and the bi folks and the trans folks, everybody came out because that was our one night. And even though that was in Bowling Green, Ohio, like, I had some of the best times at any gay bar on those Tuesday nights. So I think it's good for us to mix. I think it really gives a good sense of community, and there are so many other devices out there being used to like separate us that there's no reason for us to do it ourselves just because, oh well, I can't because they're too, forget all that. So yeah. How do I feel about winking? Most of the time I think it's pretty sleazy, unless someone's joking, but then they're usually joking about sleaziness. um, I I'm not a good winker, can't do it. Can only raise this eyebrow, this one. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with this eye. I don't know what that is. Um, Prop 8. How do I feel about Prop 8? Being in California, the Prop 8 debate is pretty intense. I know it's in trial now. Um, it's honestly not my first or only priority, and I hope it passes. I think it would be a major catalyst for other um, folks who are fighting for marriage equality in other states, but I'm more of a full federal equality person because even though marriage gives you, what is it, 1,138 federal, 1,138 rights um, that civil unions don't, um, I think that there are also other priorities within the LGBT community and within communities of oppressed people as a whole, in regards to homeless youth, in regards to suicide rates among queer youth, the unemployment rates of trans youth, the unemployment rates of African American males aged 16 to 24, um, the lack of conversation that's being had about mental health in any age group for the most part, especially in oppressed communities. I just feel like a lot of those other things are more pressing to me and to a lot of other people, and will actually help to bring us together if we expand our horizons beyond gay marriage and see how other struggles overlap. Um, yeah, and I'm gonna stop ranting about that. And how do I feel about Avatar? I saw Avatar, not gonna lie, I watched bootleg on my computer, so I'm sure it wasn't as aesthetically pleasing as it was to go to IMAX and see it in 3D. Um, I wasn't too impressed with it. A lot of people compare it to Dances with Wolves, and I would too, and I'm not a big fan of that movie. Um, I think it can be interpreted in a lot of different ways, and I think pretty much for me, it's, you know, white guy come to save the people of color, all hail the white guy, and he can just infiltrate their community and become one of them. And it's not really my favorite theme, um, but you see in a lot of movies, and I think there needs to be more dialogue about how communities of color are portrayed and how this like great white hope thing is being pumped into popular culture all the time. And usually there is no great black hope, with the exception of Will Smith, because he has saved the world a few times in some of his films, definitely. But yeah, I don't know. It's not my favorite. Um, so yeah, I guess that's everything. I'm gonna stop ranting now, and yeah, peace.